Today I want to show you how to use your rotisserie. So I have all the bits laid out here, including a chicken. And just in case you didn't know, when you order your rotisserie, it's actually a Gasmate, not a gay mate. It's a Gasmate rotisserie. So yeah, just in case, we've had people wonder before and they go, "Oh, that's a Gasmate," and we're like, yeah, it's not a flare. We don't actually make all these motors and bits and pieces. We use a Gasmate rotisserie, and then we provide the bits and pieces so that you can make it work in your flare fire. Now those bits and pieces are these brackets, one which sits at the front of your fire, and that's a guard so that it actually guards the motor from the heat, and that slides on like so, and so that's facing into the fire, and so that the motor's protected. And this one sits at the back of the fire to receive the other end of the rotisserie. So I'm just going to show you how to set that up. Today I have strung a chicken, and it's all nice and juicy, so I'm sealing it nice and juicy hands. You've got some batteries here, so you want D-sized batteries for your rotisserie, but otherwise you're good to go. You have these two rods, and you literally thread the end rod into the bigger rod. And I just took my glasses off, but I've managed to do that. I'm not actually seeing what I'm doing right now because I don't have my glasses on, but there you go. And you can kind of over thread it so that it's not kind of straight. You want to just back it off so that these things slide on properly. And so you slide one of those on. You might need to loosen it a little bit. And you are then going to shove the rod through the chicken or whatever type of meat you are cooking. So yeah, chicken's a bit gross. I always hate doing this with chicken, but you're just going to shove it up its, bottom, and it's going to come out its neck. And then it's going to sit on that pokey thing. And then you're going to do the same at the top and shove that into its sort of breast area, and that'll capture the chicken nicely. There you go. And I've strung it so that the legs aren't flopping around, and that's pretty much all you need to do. That's going to rotate nicely now, and then you put this bit on the end, and what that does is that sits onto this bracket, so that just captures on the bracket there, like so, at the back of the fire. So you do want that on there, otherwise it kind of just jumps around a bit. So put that on just at the end there, and that can be adjusted. And this here just goes into the back of the motor, like so. Gosh, it's making that look really awkward. And just sits in the motor like that. And so at the back of the fire you have that bracket. At the back of the fire you have this sitting in here like so. So that's your rotisserie, how you're going to set it up inside your fireplace. So yeah, I'm going to drop that in, and we'll rotisserie a chicken. So generally speaking, a rotisserie is something that you stick over a little bit of embers, and it just takes a while to cook, and sort of almost like set and forget. So I'm just going to set up a little place in my fire to cook. I'm using gloves because I have to put the brackets in. If I was really smart, I would have put the brackets in before I lit my fire, but I've got some other things going on today, so that's why I'm doing it this way. But yeah, that's a real good tip. Stick your back bracket in before you light your fire, because it is quite hot. But if you've got gloves, then use those. So yeah, I've basically moved the wood aside, and I've just got a good little ember base there, and that's perfect for doing a rotisserie. So yeah, now I'm going to put it in. There's the back bracket in, just sits on the back of the cooking frame there. Sit that on the back of the bracket. Put your front bracket like that. That just sits on the cooking frame at the front. So I've got it sitting in there now on the front bracket and the back bracket. If you find the rod's too long, you just adjust the bit at the end, just bring it forwards this way so that the rod can go further back towards the back of the fire, and it will fit on your bracket. And then away you go. Just hit the switch on. If you've got batteries in there, it'll just kick into gear, and those batteries last for ages. You don't need to really worry about those. I don't often go through batteries, that's just going to colour up fast, and give it a few hours, and that will taste incredible. So yeah, that's how you use your rotisserie. Any questions, just yell out. This also works on the swing frame. This same bracket, the whole setup will work on your swing frame as well. You don't have to have the main cooking frame. Cheers guys, I hope that's helpful. Any questions, just reach out to the team.